Okay, hey guys, we're gonna just do a simple color. This is my daughter Sydney, and I'll be facing the crowd as well, but I'll show you all the products that we use. So right now she has a foundation primer on, which has our SPF of 15 in it. Foundation primer, just to let y'all know a little bit about it, it helps fill in gaps in like pores and things like that. It also helps with oils, and it allows makeup to stay on like all day long. So definitely something I won't use without it. She also has put on our CC cream. Her CC cream has an SPF of 15. It's a light foundation, and also I use it all the time, but as you can see, it just kind of, it's not heavy, it's not thick, but just creates that light foundation for her. So something that I love to use too, which I have on today. And then she also put on her eye cream. So our eye primer, not cream. And so just all over from the lid to the eyebrows. This will have your eye makeup on all the time. So it can stay on from 8 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock at night. It won't crease and things like that as well. So we're gonna give her just a little natural look. These are our new palettes that we have. It's actually mine. I'm gonna do anything y'all wanna see. Y'all wanna see neutrals or, does it matter?
I like that smoky blue you have there.
What I have on? Oh, it's purple.
Purple?
Yeah.
This is blue.
A blue? Let's see how we can do blue. I probably don't have the palette to do blue. I could do either like these cool metals.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You want that one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, do those.
Okay. So with the cool metals, I'm going to take, now our brushes matter, like they're really important to use the different brushes. This is our cream color brush. I'm going to rub into crystalline right here. And I'm going to go all over her lid. Okay. All over the side too. So it doesn't matter if you go like outside or anything, it'll be fine. And this is just, there's a million ways to put on eye color, but this is just one of them. I picked her so I can hold her head and all this kind of stuff. I was like, please come be my model. Are y'all hot in here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna take our, this is called an eye crease. With the eye crease, I'm gonna come and grab this one first, just light. Okay. And the great thing is that it's like shaped like this, so I come in a V, right on the outside, and it's shaped like that. Just creating a V, and then I'm gonna come right in her crease too. You can use like 1 or 2 colors. I'm going to use 4 of them on her. And you want to come right in her crease. I'm going to take a little bit of the darker one right here. Again, I'm going to come right in her corner. What we'll do is, if you have a question, like after each recording, what I'll do is I'll stop it. Okay. And then we're gonna have a really dark gray right here. I'm gonna do the same thing. I build color is what I do instead of just putting it, but this one right here is only going to come in her corner. And I know it looks kind of crazy now, but fix it. Okay. Then I will come back with this semi-dark one, kind of come up in the lid like this. I'm not going to bring it all the way down just because of the eyeshadow. Then I'm going to take our all over brush and just blend that in. I'll come from the top, blend it in on the sides. Can y'all see her face? And you can go, like if you want to go darker, it's just a matter of coming back. And then a little bit darker.
It's not raining.
I think it's supposed to quit raining tomorrow, huh?
I sure hope so.
Mhm. Okay, then I'm gonna come back with the crystalline, and I'm gonna come back on her, underneath her eyebrows. Sometimes I also come back just to give more of that color out there. Okay, and then just blend some more with her. I love this look, and this look actually looks really good with red lipstick. Even though you don't usually wear red. She never wears red, but if you're not used to wearing red, it's gonna like throw you off at first, but it looks really pretty with it.
It makes my face look even more.
Uh-huh.
I have red cheeks, so it makes my face look just like a tomato.
No. So she also has on under eye corrector. Under eye corrector helps with dark circles. One of my favorite things to do, so we've already put it underneath her eyes already. But I'll come back. She actually doesn't need concealer, so I'm not going to put concealer on her. But as far as concealer, or what you can do with an under eye corrector too, if you want to highlight at all, and this is just like minimal highlight, you can come down her nose and down her chin. And whenever I put on a concealer, so this is under eye corrector. When I put on a concealer, I come, I put a dot here, and a dot here, and I make that triangle and rub it all in that way. So a dot here, and a dot here, and you want to connect that triangle. So it's going to highlight part of your nose right there. See? So you can take like a brush or your fingers or a sponge. Sponges are really good for this. And you come down the nose. It's going to highlight you. I have they have names on them. So you want to come down the nose. Okay, and then one thing I'm going to do in a second, but we do have our Mary Kay's new brow liner. So when Sydney does her brows, Sydney likes to, you outline them, Sydney? Yeah. So Sydney likes to outline them. This is made for like an outline. I still pencil in with them. We have what's also called a brow tint. So this brow tint is awesome. This is like, what do you call it? What do you call it whenever they do your eyebrows for you? Hey, Annie, I have it over here. Is it dermaplaning is whenever you take your hair off. It must be microblading. Microblading. So if you want everything to look, if you want your eyebrows to look like they're microbladed, you just slightly add this, and you fill in your brows with this, huh? So you can line the brows with this one, and then fill in her brows. We have different, I'm using dark blonde on her. Brunettes, it's probably too dark for her. Can you see the difference? Yeah. I do both. I will line my brows and fill them in, and then I put this tint over it. She says sometimes if she's lazy, she just fills it in. So what brows do is it really shapes your face. I'm not sure why back in the day we wanted small brows. What does that mean? Okay. So one thing, I only do eyeliner at the top, and for her, I'm gonna do eyeliner with eyeshadow. So I'm gonna grab our Kohl eyeshadow for you guys. I'm using our eyeliner brush and our brow brush, which the brow brush is awesome too, by the way. It really makes a difference. But I'm gonna come and just put Kohl right on her lid. We have gel eyeliners, we have liquid eyeliners, and we have pencil. I prefer pencil, but you can also do this too. Okay. That's why I picked her. So I can do things like that. And I can breathe in her face and it doesn't matter. It actually does a really good job of being an eyeliner. Okay? Okay, and then I don't put eyeliner at the bottom. It's your choice whether you want to put eyeliner at the bottom or not. I will grab Biscotti, which is one of our new colors. It's white. And I come around, open your eyes. I come around and I will put it right here. It's just gonna open the eye area a little bit. And I actually line my lower with white eyeshadow. It just opens up your eyes and makes you not look so tired. Mary Kay doesn't make a white eyeliner. I wish they would. Some people do. Okay. And I would use a more matte, like Biscotti, instead of like crystalline, because it'll be all shiny around that area where you probably don't want it to shine. Okay. Then, let's see, next, I'm gonna put powder. So with CC Cream, she doesn't even need powder, but I am gonna put powder on her. You're here. I'm gonna use Ivory too. So we have universal powder. So CC Cream's very universal if you wanna match anybody with it. I still don't like to match people for foundation. I'm like, would you like CC Cream? So, CC Cream, we either have very light to medium, medium to deep, or deep. And powders, Ivory 1 will fit a lot of like light blondes, like Ashley. And then Ivory 2 will fit, I wear Ivory 2, she'll wear Ivory 2. A lot of you could probably wear Ivory 2 in this room. And Beige 1 is for darker, like a white person who is darker. Then you want to go into your beiges. For a black woman, she could probably wear some of the late beiges, or bronze, but early bronze, because our powders are dark. If I open this up, it doesn't look ivory, you know. So Beige 1 is something that I may wear in the summer if I get really dark. So I'm just gonna put some powder on her. And you can wear this. I don't wear powder every day. I have it on today, but I wear CC Cream most of the time. This just gives you, it's a mineral powder. It's a mineral foundation powder, actually. So it just gives you a little bit more of a coverage. Oop, got all over your hair. Okay. And I used our mineral powder brush for that. And then I'm gonna come and do some cheek color on her. So I personally believe cheek color contours you, and you need it. Not her, but everybody needs it. So I'm gonna come with a, this is Shy Blush. So our cheek brush actually has the angle that you need for it. So I will come to your cheek. Okay, so just right on that cheekbone.
Do you use powder, you use the mineral powder, or sometimes you use the translucent powder?
I use the mineral powder. Sometimes I used to use the translucent powder, but I'm not as oily as I used to be. To me, but if you wanna if you want either after your makeup, our finishing spray is really great, or translucent powder too. It's just a white powder, which is great for after applying. I personally don't like to put a lot of stuff on my face, so I try to use as minimum as I can. But I used to use mineral powder. Mineral powder is good too if you get oily in the afternoon and you want to put on some translucent powder. And that'll kind of soak up your oils too. So I do like. Do you use that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's easy for me.
Okay. Now, if you wanted to do any type of contouring, this is mine. This is probably a little bit darker for her. But we have some highlight and contour powder. So the brush is also made as when you're coming to contour. You just want to rub that brush on the back. And then you come right under. This is probably a little too dark for her. Like right under. And then you can come around the forehead and just trying to shape her face. A lot of people love to come down here. And I'm doing it light on her because it's a darker color. Can y'all see the difference it's doing? Yeah. It really does make a difference. Okay. And if you want to highlight, same thing, you can highlight, but you would highlight, you want to come on top. I've already highlighted other parts of her face with the under eye corrector, so I'm just going to highlight her cheeks right there. And then a lip liner. I'm going to let her do her own lip liner. Can you see yourself in there? No. No? Okay, never mind.
Oh my god,
Oh, she wears glasses. Okay, so lip liner is something that I love to wear too. I just kind of outline, stroke the lips a little. This makes your lipstick stay on. Makes your lips look fuller. It makes your lipstick not bleed, let me say that. I also use our lip primer. Our lip primer is anti-aging, and it's what makes your lipstick stay on. So I'm just going to come around like this. And what lipstick do y'all want to see her wear with it? I didn't bring a red, actually, but a berry would maybe look good with that. Let's maybe put her a berry.
I really like berries.
Yeah, me too.
I love
Sparkleberry. I mix a lot of my lipsticks, so I'll do crushed berry and sunset peach a lot together. I make sunset peach a lot with everything. Okay, so I'm going to put crushed berry on her, which is dark. So if you did want to mix, you could mix something with sunset peach. It's also, with crushed berry. Crushed berry is also a matte. So I like to mix the semi-shines and the mattes together. Let's see what it says. I'm going to mix it with rosewood because rosewood is a semi-shine. So just put on just a little bit of rosewood on her because it gives you the glossy look, and I like the glossy look over the matte. I'm not crazy about lip glosses because they get stuck in my hair. My hair always gets, like, catches it.
I didn't think it was either, but I started using that in one of the routines before Mary Kay.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Okay. Which rosewood is really pretty too.
I love the mattes, the holiday matte lipstick though.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do like that finish, yeah. Like the red and the orange.
Yes, those are pretty. And then they seem very strong, but once you put them on, it's not that bad.
Well, I don't mind.
So crushed berry can be very, oh, I opened it the wrong one. Be very dark. I think you wear that sometimes, huh? What do you have? Apple berry? Okay, you're gonna have to like rub them together for me. I know a piece of it was on it. Here. Okay. That's Got it? Okay. Good enough for me. And I think that's it. Do you have any questions about? Oh, eyes. No, we gotta
Did
do
you put the
mascara.
mascara?
Her what?
Did you put the highlighter on? when you did it?
I put the highlighter powder. I put just highlighter powder here because what I did is I used the under eye corrector to come down here and down here to highlight. So I like to highlight with the under eye corrector. So I love this mascara. Now, before I put on mascara, I put on eye primer. Eye primer makes your mascara stay. Also, this is not waterproof. They're water resistant. But if you have eye primer on, your mascara won't bleed or anything like that. So I always put on eye primer. I don't have it here today. It's just white. What I do is I put on the primer and I hurry up and put on the mascara. Because the primer does dry and I don't like how my eyelashes dry with it. So some people like their eyelashes to be dry with it and then they put on mascara. It's whatever you want. So I would put on the eye primer and come right back. This is our Lash Intensity. Lash Intensity, it volumizes 200% and lengthens 84%. It's a lot easier when you're doing it to yourself. Hey, I have you right here. So the thing about Lash Intensity is one bristle is a little sharp, and one of them is actually volumizing it. It's depositing the mascara into it, and then when you flip over the side, it is going to help lengthen it.
That's the trust right there.
What?
That's the trust right there. I don't want nobody to put mascara on me.
Whenever I do it on, like customers or whatever, I'm always like, sometimes I'm like, can you put it on yourself? And they do. Sometimes they like it better because sometimes they'll blink and blink and blink. Okay, so after this, what I also do is I come back with Lash Love. Lash Love's my other favorite mascara that we have. It's the black, not waterproof. And I will come back again at the top. Now, if we had primer on, the primer lashes would be even longer. And our mascara is made to where you can put layer after layer on. Close them a little bit. And it won't make it look clumpy. Okay. And I also do bottom lashes. Don't? Okay, she doesn't want me to do. I do my bottom lashes too, and I do them though with Lash Love, not with the Lash Intensity. Most people do that too. So do y'all like the look? Yeah? Look in the camera. Any questions or anything?
Can I see the brush?
Yes.
Lash intensity?
The Lash Intensity?
Yeah.
It's just, it's simple. Of course, you can always go darker, go lighter, whatever it may be, but just something super simple. So done? Good? Okay. Let me shut this off.